Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I adjusted my microphone settings, so hopefully that helps a little bit. I wasn't able to get the video out on Friday. I had too many other videos to do, too many live streams to do, and then I was just exhausted at the end of the day, so I decided just to take the night, relax, enjoy, and then catch up from there. So right now the markets are extending higher once again. Looks like we got our ABC correction here in a smaller wave 4. But again, this we are approaching the danger area, and it could lead to us getting maybe an even bigger pullback. Right now, I have it labeled like this as a 1, 2, and then we're essentially in the third wave, which to me looks too shallow. To me, this looks like we need to do something like this, and then a 4 and a 5, right? And it looks like it could be just another 1, 2, 1, 2, and then a 3 inside of it. But right now, the markets are approaching the danger area, and we're just kind of just floating up to here. We could have a bigger retrace coming. We could get something that drags us back down to here, to retest the previous all-time highs, which would definitely shake out a lot of people, and then you can burst out of this and rally back up in a third wave, right? So that's also a possibility, and that would be like something like a 5% drop, and that would be quite something to see. This would have implications that the PCE data that's going to come out next week could be hotter than expected. I haven't even looked at what the anticipation is. We can just check right now, because it's coming out, I believe, on Thursday. It's coming out next week. So next week on Thursday, February 29th, core PCE index at 8:30 in the morning. So it's coming. It's coming soon. And right now there's mass euphoria, right? Everything is good. It's all good news all around. The fear and greed index is surging. It's not to say that we can't go higher, because we continue to push higher. And I mean, sorry, this ABC is like this. There we go, something like that. Or yeah, it's not a nice ABC. Actually, it wouldn't even be valid, because the C leg has even come lower. So I think I'll just leave this as is for now, and then we'll just continue on, and this just extending in the fifth wave here. But let's get back to it. Let me get back to what I was saying. We are getting into some dangerous areas here. We're a little bit away, right? What are we at now? We're at like half a percentage point from reaching it. So this could really have a big impact in the market at any moment. And I think that we need to be well aware of that, because right now, looking at the big euphoric stocks like SMCI, people are like they are like in denial that it can go lower. It's only up from here, which is still possible. The B wave, I have it labeled as this right now, as the bigger retraces could potentially be coming. But if you take out this pivot here at what is this, 1,000? Let's just check, 1,077. If you take out that pivot, you will go to new all-time highs. You will go to 1,500, 2,000 on the SMC. As unrealistic as it may seem, that's what we'll get. We'll get a massive blow off top. Shorts are gonna blow up, and then at that point, then it'll collapse. It'll collapse back down to probably its fair value, 200, 100, 300, something like that, right? But right now, this here has nothing to do with fundamentals. I'm sorry if you're offended, but this has nothing to do with fundamentals. This is just day traders going crazy, up 30%, down 30%, down 10%. This is just people gambling on a stock right now. And could the fourth wave be in? Yeah, it could. And we could, if we're already in this with fifth wave here, then you should be in wave 1. Right? You should be impulsing out, which it's already very impulsive, but it could, right now, all we have is 3 waves. So all you can make out of it right now is it could be an ABC, like I had it labeled. So you have your A, and then a B, and then a C. So this would be the C leg target. If not, then you're going to continue to go higher. You'll go to like somewhere in the 2000s to the 1500s. I'm not going to do any calculations now because now we're not there yet. So you have the bullish case and the bearish case for SMCI, right? You have your ABC, and then it's already impulsing back down, right? So this could have been a very big bear trap, but we'll have to see on Monday next week and what kind of data we're going to get from the Fed, and we'll deal with it when we get there. But this is what should be happening for SMCI next, and it would be, a dip buy between 600 to 375 is your dip buy area. You know, I know it's a big range, but that's when you want to start accumulating and getting ready for a potential reversal higher. And this is why you got to be patient with these things, and then you can get on the smaller time frames, and then you can try and bottom ticket to see if it'll reverse out, right? I got something similar for NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just finishing up this fifth wave here in the third wave extension. So again, it's very long in the tooth. It's overextended. We thought this was the larger correction beginning, but it wasn't. All it was a wave 4, and now it's just continuing up in a fifth wave. And it actually makes it a little bit nicer for a bigger correction. So NVIDIA can probably push a little bit higher. If not, if it's done right here, you do have a lot of upsloping trend lines, I think, that were tagged. You guys can actually check out, what's his name? King Nasdaq on YouTube. He's doing a lot of analysis with channels, trend lines, all that stuff. And he does a really good job at it. And he plays with the options, makes hundreds of percentage points. And you guys can check him out. I'll probably put his link in the description. But essentially, it shows that we are most likely going to get a retrace eventually, right? We gotta shake some people out. You gotta reset the stochastics, and then once you get this down to this area here, you'll have a really good buying opportunity. And right now, we don't have our first wave yet. Once we get our first wave, we can get a more accurate target for the C leg. But for now, this is what I can come up with. It's between, I believe, 594 to 539, and then it's a dip buy, and then you'll go to this area between 1,000 to 1,000 and 155 to 1,000, basically 1,012. So in this area, this is where NVIDIA should finish, but not before you get this leg down. Then we'll take a look here at Tesla. So Tesla is a little bit of a tougher trade, and it looks quite unfortunate right now. It's gotten rejected from our wave 4. I think it should come down to this area now between 178 to as low. The bigger retrace goes as low as 124, but I think you should find buyers once you get to 160, right? 165, sorry, because you have a nice little downsloping trend line. If that breaks, then you kind of want to stop out of your trade, get out, and wait to see what happens when the bottom will be in. Then we'll take a look at Market Cipher and Wave Edge to see when big money is accumulating in Tesla. Okay, I have a lot of other people who requested to take a look at some other ETFs and stocks. So let me just pull them up right here really quickly before I continue on. I just want to see what people wanted me to check. XBI. So let's take a look at XBI. Someone asked me to take a look at XBI. Series Trust Biotech. Okay, another biotech. So biotech, I've been looking at a lot of biotech right now for quite a bit of time. And wow, look at that. So we were looking for actually an ABC correction, but it just continued higher. So let me just get on some larger time frames to see what could be happening here. Are we impulsing out? To me, this does not look impulsive. It looks a little like this is impulsive. This is an impulsive wave. This should be coming up in a B. It's just, to me, this looks like it's just doing an extended B. It's overshooting, and what you're gonna do is you want to drag it down from the top here, and then you'll once you do find a significant top. Let's take a look at XBI, see if we actually see any significant selling, and we'll take a look at Market Cipher too. XBI. Let me get on some daily time frames. Okay, green money flow, 4-1. Okay, 45-minute. And let's take a look at big money, see what big money's doing. All right, they sold the top here. You got green crosses, buy signal, and you're starting to take off. 1 hour, lots of selling happening on the 1 hour here. Let me see the 4 hour. So nothing on the 4 hour. 4 hour, they unloaded here. 1 hour time frame. The shorter time frames looks like they're unloading once again. But it's not a beautiful chart right now. It's not very nice. A, B, and a C. Once this does finish and you find that it's done, I think you will get a bigger retrace. And now that the B wave has extended higher, your target is being raised. So it should be between this area now. All right, and that's when you should be buying the dip on the wave 2. But again, the wave 2 could be bigger. It could also, it could be part of a bigger retrace, a double correction. It can do that sometimes, which does suck. But it's something like this, right? If it does a WXI and then Y, and then you can go lower. So you got to be careful for those. But if you impulse out and you take out these highs, then you should be well on your way back up to the 130s, 150s. Okay. All right, that's about it. We'll delete this, delete that, get rid of that, and we'll see. I'll keep an eye on this one. I'll add it to the list here for the ETFs. I'll just write it down on my notes after, and I'll add it. Can you cover Meta? All right, someone asked me to cover Meta. Is wave 2 in on the 15-minute, or is there still more downside? Okay, someone wants to look at the shorter time frames for Meta. Is a wave 2? Where do we see wave 2? Are we looking at some really short time frames? Sorry, I typed in wave there. Let me get on Meta. Okay, 15-minute. I don't see a wave 2. Maybe are you talking about a wave 5? I don't know about the wave 5. You mean you have bearish divergence from this peak on the daily time frame, right? You took out the peak. I think you took out the peak. Yeah, you invalidated this top here, which extends the wave 3, right? And that's what we had it. That's what you had it going, right? When we impulsed out of here. Now you're doing the 5th wave, bearish divergence. 4 hour, you're continuing to build bearish divergence. If it drops, it should be now, and it should be an ABC correction, right? Could it be done? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe this could just be a bigger like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If it's that bullish, right? If the market is that bullish and we're not gonna see any pullbacks, and we're just gonna keep doing stuff like this, then you're gonna go to 600, 800 something on Meta. But if we're playing the bear scenario out, then you're gonna finish here and you're gonna get another correction lower. Okay. That's basically it. All right. That's it. Let me take a look here, and we'll cover something else. I don't know what whoever asked that question for the 15 minutes. I don't see any wave 2s, or maybe he's talking about this, right? Wave 1, right? Something like that. And this was your 4th wave correction, and then you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Maybe that's what he was looking for on the 5th wave. If that's the case, then Meta should take out these peaks, and once you take out these peaks, and you can confirm that the low is in. All right, let me continue on. I'll take a look here at some other individual names. I'll take a look at SBUX. SBUX on the daily, well, not the daily, but we'll cover the larger pattern. So again, it should continue out here. Now, for tracking this correctly, this is your 1st wave, and then the wave 2 will retrace pretty deeply, in my opinion. You'll get your ABC correction, and hopefully this is the last one we get, and then it should be done after that. Okay, and then once we enter this buy area one last time, I think you'll fade the low. Wave 2s are known for deep corrections, and then you'll come back out in a 3rd wave, 3 of 3 essentially, which should be very bullish. All right, let's cover ROKU here. So we'll take a look at ROKU. ROKU, the dying star. Oh my goodness, this thing is it's very unfortunate. It got a little bit of a bid on into the close. Probably some profit taking on the week for short selling ROKU. It's been getting beat up nonstop for a very long time. We just got our first green candle here on the daily. Now, is the wave 4 already in? Is it that shallow? Is it this bearish? And we're going straight down for another 5th wave? It could, but once you break below 57 and 34 cents, I think you might be in danger of continuing much lower. And you'll take out, if you take out the final pivot at $55, then that might be it, and you would have to reassess and just be patient on this stock. I think you may not get any bullish price action for a very long time, and it could fall into a rut, right? Like a lot of stocks are doing right now. Kind of like I wouldn't say PayPal is in a rut. I think PayPal's trying to come out of it. But yeah, well, we need this low to hold here for ROKU. Let's take a look at PayPal. Right, I just mentioned PayPal, and we'll check on Mara. But let me just get on PayPal first. All right, so PayPal, to me, looks like this is a little bit more of a complex correction here. You could be extending the wave A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I would have to get on some smaller time frames here. Let me just check. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this thing might not be, the low might not be in at all for PayPal. This thing could correct much deeper. It might go for a deeper correction before continuing higher. So I would be careful on PayPal right now if you're very bullish and trying to long it. The NASDAQ might be due for a correction, right? And we might want to wait on it. So this is a bigger pattern. So I would say, to be cautious, wait till you get into this area. But you have pivots to trade against, so we'll see. This B wave looks like it wants to go a little bit further, and then you'll do a bigger correction. Yeah. Okay. Let me take a look at some other stocks here. We'll take a look at, let me see, what do we usually cover? Unity Software. Unity Software continues to be in the buy zone. It should come out of it, but I think the C leg is just continuing to extend. Now we want to look at market cipher for signs that a potential low is forming, and we could be getting ready for a big buy. The daily momentum wave is continuing here. 4 hour, you have a green dot. You actually have bullish divergence on Unity Software, so maybe a low could be put in place here, and you may come out of it sooner than you think. But we need the NASDAQ to hold up. If the tech sector falls apart again, then it's just going to go deeper and it's going to extend, right? All right, let's take a look at TLT. So we'll take a look at TLT and we'll talk about the 20-year yield. The 20-year yield had got a big rejection. A big rejection, and the yields fell, tremendously. Lots of buyers in the TLT. To me, this looks like I don't think we are taking off already. I mean, we could be truncating, and it just finishes early. But I would be looking for this target right now between 90 and 88, a more accurate target in the short term for a long position on the TLT. Because if the yields continue higher, and this is just a retrace, this may not be a B wave. This might not be a B wave, and the yields might not go lower. This could be an impulsive move, and you're starting a whole new cycle higher already, and you're not gonna go to some lower levels. If the markets got it wrong, then this is a very big problem, because now they're gonna have to unprice everything that they just priced in. All the rate cuts they priced in will have to be reassessed, and they're gonna have a huge ordeal to deal with, because the PCE data the core PCE, I think, was showing it was hotter than expected last month, and they said it was an off month, right? Because it was an anomaly, but or December or whatever. But if it happens more and more often, then the market's gonna freak out, and the bond market is going to be smart about it, and they're gonna know that yields are gonna go higher, even though it's gonna blow up the economy or something like that. Or maybe they may not even have to raise their rates. They could just talk about it and everything falls apart. But it's dangerous. It's a very dangerous time to be, risk on in the market, in my opinion. Okay, I think I covered a lot of stuff. Let me just check my comments here, see if anybody asked to cover other things. Okay, someone asked me to cover PLTR, Palantir. I think we did Palantir one time. Yeah, so Palantir should be in this wave 3 here, which it looks like it already is. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you should be continuing in the 5th wave. So these AI stocks could still have some room to run. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't long it, but if I'm already long, I would be taking profits just in case, right? But you can reach for the stars. It's up to you. What do you want to do, right? Do you want to cash in them gains, or do you want to continue to hope that we continue to get more upside? All right. So you gotta do what's best for you. We'll take a look at C3AI. It's right on top here, I think, or down here. C3AI. I don't think I've charted this one on Elliott Wave. Okay, so this one, wow. Okay. Let me take a look see what this can show me right now. Not much. It's a tough chart. This thing has just kind of like IPO'd and it just sold off, right? And it went below its IPO price. And it just kept falling. I mean, I don't know if I would label this an ABC, because that's one hell of a B wave. No, I don't know how I would chart this, but I'll just give you. I'll have to spend more time on this one, but I'll take a look at it on Market Cipher on the larger time frames. So Market Cipher is actually showing some bullish signs here. A tidal momentum wave on the weekly, green money flow coming back in. The daily, however, is in red. But it could mean that it's a buying opportunity, because the larger time frames are showing some bullish signs here. You can try and bottom ticket with the 4-hour time frame, and you do have pivots to trade against. So if you go below 23.35, then you stop out, right? And you don't want to be holding this. You take a 10% loss, but it's better than taking, a 50% loss or 70% loss if this thing really gets it really starts to collapse down. But I mean, AI is a very big hype right now. It's a bubble, right? Like all the other ones, like the EV bubble and stuff like that. And eventually it'll run out of steam and it'll come down. And when it does, I mean, that's when you buy in, but not now, in my opinion. I mean, it's too late. If you wanted to get in, you got in at $25, $70. People are just enjoying the gains now, and the people who are late to the party are FOMOing in and convincing themselves that it's a great buy, right? 3 years from now, is SMCI going to be $1,000 a share? Probably not. Same thing for NVIDIA. Is NVIDIA going to be $700 a share? Probably not. It's probably going to be trading back down into these levels at 160, 120, right? And people are euphoric. Don't get me wrong. I don't know what's the PE on this, price to earnings. Let me check. P65, trailing 12 months. Wow, that's something. Let me check SMCI. I haven't checked. Let me see. PE ratios. Do you have any? It's not even showing. Oh, there we go. No, I had to click on it. 76. It's something. Anyways, that's basically it. I don't really have much to add. You know, the markets are approaching a danger area on the SPY. Just be well aware of that when you're making your trades. We might see rotation. I'll do the IWM. I'll finish up with the IWM here. I did this pattern here as in ABC and now an impulsive 1, 2. However, this could very well be a larger ABC, right? We could still be in the wave 2. This could be a B, and now we're gonna come down in a C leg, which means that we have more downside coming for the IWM, right? It could mean that we're gonna get into this area here. Where's my? Oh, this is the one, right? Somewhere in this area. I would not go below this wave 2. So that's basically it. And I mean, it's probably a buy if it gets down to 194, and that would be a 2%, 2.5% drop, or almost a 3% drop on the IWM. Yeah. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy the content. If you do, feel free to join the channel. I'll be more than happy to give you guys some analysis, and we'll take it from there. See you guys next week on Monday. Peace.